Lucia had always been a huge movie fan, and since she was young, she had a favorite actor. His name was Victor, a famous action movie star, known worldwide for his undeniable charm and heroic roles. Lucia, like many other fans, dreamed of meeting her idol someday. But what she never imagined was that this dream would turn into a nightmare that would change her life forever. Do you want to know where this story goes? Before we continue, if you want to help our channel keep bringing amazing stories, give this video a like and subscribe. If you enjoy it, turn on notifications to know when new videos are released. It was a gala night. Lucia, who worked as an event planner, was fortunate enough to organize an exclusive event where Victor would be one of the main attractions. She was at a point in her life where career opportunities were blooming, but her true happiness lay in the chance to finally meet her idol. She had admired him for years, watched all his movies, and now she would have the chance to see him up close. At the event, Lucia did the impossible to approach him. With a little luck and charisma, she managed to talk to Victor, and to her surprise, he seemed genuinely interested in her. The chemistry between them was instant. He wasn't just the handsome guy from the big screen. Victor had a peculiar charm, a confidence that captivated Lucia in a way she never imagined. They spent hours talking and laughing, and soon found themselves in a more private space, away from curious eyes. That gala night turned into something Lucia never expected. Victor invited her to a more secluded place inside the event, and there, between excitement and adrenaline, they ended up getting involved. Lucia, dazzled, couldn't resist the charm of the man she had admired for so long. The experience was indescribable, but the feeling that something was wrong lingered in the air. When she woke up the next morning, reality hit. Woke up alone, by herself. Lucia looked around, trying to understand what had happened. Victor was not there. She searched everywhere, but found no trace of him. She got up and walked into the living room, where she found a simple note, "See you soon." Something inside her broke at that moment. She felt as if she had been used, although she couldn't understand why he would act that way. When the idol of her life turned into something distant and cold, disappointment was inevitable. In the following days, Lucia's life began to unravel. She tried to forget what had happened, but something inside her started changing. She began to see Victor on all the social media, news, and TV shows, but what seemed like exciting fame for the fans turned into a growing discomfort for Lucia. It was as if he was watching her, waiting for something to happen. She couldn't understand why she felt so stalked by him, but something inside her began to stir. That's when the messages started arriving. Enigmatic messages, indirect, that seemed to refer to the night they spent together. At first, they were subtle, but soon they became more intense. Victor knew what she was doing at every step, her choices, even her trips to the supermarket. The feeling of being constantly watched terrified her. He wasn't just in her head, he was invading her life in a way that made no sense. When Lucia decided to confront him, her life turned into a nightmare. She tried to approach Victor during a public event, but he greeted her with a cold and distant attitude. He ignored her meticulously, but his presence seemed to always surround her, like a shadow. What she didn't know was that his seemingly indifferent attitude was actually part of a carefully planned strategy, and he was watching every move with increasing intensity. The story ends with Lucia, now completely terrified, trapped in a psychological game with Victor. He remained the man of her dreams, but now she knew that behind his fame, he hid a dangerous obsession. She didn't know if she would ever escape this emotional prison he had created around her. He was the man of my dreams, but now he is my worst nightmare, thought Lucia as she looked out the window of her house, waiting for Victor's next move. Want to know more about this story and many others we still have to share? Then don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Every day, a new story comes straight from our mysterious archive, filled with tales and accounts we've gathered from various sources. Cases with stories that will give you chills. Also, don't forget to share this video with that friend of yours who loves a good mystery.